So I wanted you guys to know that while you are learning about the other side, spirit guides, the higher self, psychic abilities, the law of attraction, universal energies, angels, archangels, etc., there are physical symptoms associated with that knowledge. This isn't just sitting in, an algebra or trigonometry or calculus class where you're just sitting there falling asleep. Actually, my mom is a college math professor. She's retired now, but that's what she did. Sorry, Mommy. It's true, though. Learning this stuff is different, okay? Learning about how the universe works is different. It's profound. It's enlightenment. It's knowledge that's going to help you on your path for the rest of your life. Learning how the universe works it's not like the other subjects. It's not like the academic subjects that we learn in school. It's different. It's because you're learning about your soul and you're learning how it works and its connection to its higher self and the universe and how we're all connected and the divine and his angels. And so in learning about this stuff, you're aligning yourself with the truth. And since God is the truth, you're aligning yourself with God. So you are essentially improving your divine connection in the process of learning all of this. So this is different. This is very profound and very special and very meaningful. So what happens when you develop your intuition, right? Suppose you take steps to develop your intuition and you take some formal classes and you end up working that third eye. So you end up opening the energy center associated with your third eye, your third eye chakra. And then you end up opening your crown chakra, which is your connection to the other side in the process. You're like stimulating them, right? And then suppose after you develop your intuition, you say, oh, I'm going to speak my truth. I feel compelled, I feel like this is my life purpose, like I'm supposed to be doing this for a living. So you start speaking your truth and you want to teach other people and enlighten them. And say, wow, if I have a decision to make, I meditate and I really feel like I get a good answer from my spirit guides. I really want to share this, knowledge with other people so they can do that for themselves. So you open your throat chakra and you speak your truth and you enlighten them. So bam, you're opening your throat chakra, right? And then since you want to help humanity and you're taking people under your wing and helping them be the best version of themselves, right? You're opening your heart chakra because now you're opening your heart to humanity, right? And then afterwards, you have your personal power energy center, which is also really important because maybe you're getting mud thrown at you like, oh, you're psycho, shut up. Maybe this world comes down hard on you and they're like, oh, you're insane, shut up. And because you're speaking for the light, the dark goes after you. Right? So you have to open up your personal power energy center for that, right? And then maybe you're so happy speaking your truth and all of your energy centers are so open and you have this wonderful universal energy flow going through all of your chakras that your sacral chakra feels great. So now your emotion center is nice and open and like spinning nice and clear. So you're feeling good, right? So you get like rewarded with positive emotion from doing all this. And then, last but not least, let's not forget your root chakra. Your root chakra is your security center and your abundance. So then, since you're so open to humanity and doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're so incredibly aligned with truth and love in the universe, that you end up attracting all this abundance to yourself. So do you see how your soul is just firing on all cylinders? It's a higher level of existence. This knowledge is pulling you to a higher level of existence. And even more so since you're sharing it with other people. And okay, so maybe it's not your life purpose. That's fine too. Maybe you're an underwater basket weaver all day and then, you just, have this information on the side that you talk to people about. But you mostly use it for yourself. That's okay too. Because you still have this knowledge that's going to help you on your path. You're still enlightened. As an individual, as a soul, you are still enlightened. And you having that knowledge that you have a higher self and your higher self exists and is there on the other side directly connected to the divine to influence you in a positive way, you're going to meditate and you're going to want to tune into that higher self because they're all knowing and they have your best interest at heart. They're like the angel on your shoulder. So you're going to want to connect with your higher self. And that's so important that I've seen people's higher selves guiding other people to certain individuals who are enlightened. Like, yeah, go play with them. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. Like, that's exactly what your higher self wanted, because they wanted you hanging out with that person because you're not there enlightened, and they're hoping that person's going to teach you this stuff. See how that works? Because your higher self wants you to know that you have one. That connecting to the other side is possible, right? So that they can help guide you on your path. It's a win-win. So yeah, I've seen higher selves try to guide, like, boyfriends and girlfriends together, for dating or what have you. Friendships, healing, education, mentorship, leadership. Guide this person on their path. Please help them. They need this. Maybe they have a common life purpose, so they come together in whatever capacity. But yeah, your higher self wants you to know that they exist and they're there for you. So now, aside from all of that, where I am talking about like, oh, this is what's going on with you, with your experiences, and, this is what's going on with your soul as you're gaining this knowledge, right? Well, your soul is ascending. Your soul is becoming closer to the divine, your higher self, etc. You are raising your vibration, and you are raising your awareness and your consciousness. So there are physical symptoms associated with doing that. That's what you're experiencing. And the physical symptoms can vary from person to person, but, headaches, ringing in your ears, mood swings, just wanting to be alone all the time, like self-isolation, heightened sensitivity to things, feeling really emotional, food cravings, increased sense of smell. I've talked about that in other videos where I can smell your hand lotion from across the street. Being sensitive to noise. I definitely have heightened sense of smell. I have heightened sense of hearing. I was at a luau recently and I'm like, oh, it's too loud. Everyone else is like perfectly fine. Like, what's your problem? I'm like, oh my gosh, I need, earplugs. I can't handle it. It's too loud. It's like, no, it's not. What can I say? I'm clairaudient. I have heightened sense of hearing. It just comes with the territory, but that I didn't used to be like that. Just so you know, I went through the symptoms of ascension and I became like this. It actually helped me with my gift, which is why I can hear things that others can't. Different sleep patterns, feeling dizzy, spacey, just kind of checked out and really out of it. I went through that for a long time, just not very grounded. Feeling irritable, seeing recurring numbers. That's the other side coming through saying, yes, keep going. You're supposed to do this. Your angels are around you. Maybe also having an identity crisis where it's like you don't know who you are anymore. You thought you had things figured out, but now you're forced to question your belief system and how you view the world and yourself. So you go through that crisis. And then just being fearful and afraid and kind of freaked out. And then also you gain this feeling of oneness, like feeling connected to nature, people, animals, etc. You kind of experience the collective consciousness, and so you gain an awareness of that. But my heart really goes out to everybody who's trying to learn this stuff, because mine was one wine-fueled, paranormal acid trip. For me, learning was really, really hard. And I did seek out formal instruction, but that happened later. That happened after I kind of surrendered, like, okay, fine. Otherwise, I was just reading stuff on the internet and just, drinking too much wine and sake and doing automatic writing. And I think that's one of the things that's really hard for me is when I see people really just trying to figure this out for themselves. I'm like, do formal instruction. Get your hand held. Find, a community of support for you. Try to get that going for yourself. Like, don't try to just figure it out in your bedroom by yourself, because it's just harder. It takes longer. It's just, there's a few things that I really wish I sought out formal instruction for, not just this. With like skiing, it's just like I was just pushed off. So I just figure it out. It's like, no, man, I belong on the bunnies with an instructor. It's kind of like go easy on yourself. Like, try to go slow and just put one foot in front of the other and not be so hard on yourself, because if you push yourself too hard, sometimes you give up, right? But like just take it slow and baby yourself and really just be gentle with yourself in the whole process, and know that it takes time and practice. You know, that's another thing. Is like ultimately, you know, practice makes perfect, but you know, make sure you learn some tricks of the trade before you dive into that. You know, there's little methods to pull stuff out of the other side. You know, there's little tricks for pulling information out of the other side when you need it, right? So just be open to that. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that it's totally normal to experience these symptoms of ascension. It's part of the process, and I want to say it's like tuning you up. I felt like I was rewarded. I felt like my gift got stronger when I opened my throat chakra and spoke my truth. When I opened my heart chakra, you know, I feel like my gift just got stronger every step of the way. Like everything that was going on with me, you know, I know people get like headaches sometimes right where their third eye is. You know, that's being tuned. You know, your sense of self is getting stronger. The sense of self-love and acceptance is getting stronger. You become like proud of yourself because it's like, oh, you know, I genuinely helped that person. I'm proud of myself. This is awesome. You know, I had like, just even with like my sense of smell didn't used to be as sensitive. My hearing didn't used to be as sensitive. And I was laughing because when I was at the luau and the music was bothering me and nobody else, like I was like, oh, this is too loud, you know, when everyone else was fine. I sat there and I was kind of giggling to myself. And I was like, well, I guess that's why I'm a professional psychic medium and you're not. I guess that's why I can hear spirit guides talk and you can't. It's like you see how those like symptoms of ascension and in learning this stuff like fine-tuned my hearing. And I went through it, you guys. I went through it. I did the self-isolation. I had the ringing in my ears. You know, I had all of it. If I had to Google it a while back, the Tao hum, you know, I would hear like this humming, this dull humming in my ears. I don't get it anymore, but I did. It was like the Tao hum, T-A-O hum. I don't know, I Googled it, but like other people could hear that too. That's considered a symptom of ascension. So yeah, it's kind of cool if you think about it. It's the physical symptoms of becoming enlightened. You're raising your vibration. So I know it can be uncomfortable, but I don't know. Just know that improving your divine connection and raising your vibration is kind of cool. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I can talk about it because it's all in retrospect, right? It's, for me, like it was temporary. It didn't last. It didn't, you know, carry on. I mean, while it's happening, not so great. But after the fact, you're like, ew, it's kind of nice. It's part of developing your gift, you know, part of being enlightened. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I wanted to share was, you know, the physical symptoms associated with learning about the other side and how the universe works and the divine and his angels and your soul. And so, yeah, I encourage you guys to pursue this knowledge and happy learning. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.